off, okay? First card that we're working with is your underlying energy, and your underlying energy is the Eight of Wands. Yo, somebody's having some issues with communication, okay? Last I checked, Virgo, Mercury is still in Virgo, which, I mean, like, considering that this reading is going to be up by Monday, y'all should be, like, still encountering Mars, Mercury, Mercury and Mars in your sign. So this is talking about, fast moving energy. So, this month is supposed to be going really fast. And so far it is, since we already hitting the end of September. But this is talking about how things moving fast. It's talking about, messages coming through back and forth, like instant messages, but like it can be communication as well. But things overall just kind of moving very fast. So that's what this energy is starting to look like right now. Like, there's some stuff that are just like moving really fast, maybe even too fast for you, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, with things moving that fast, how can you really look at the details, right? How can you really be able to decipher what is what and what is where and etc. I mean, this ain't a bad energy, because I like it, but considering that this is your card for this week, and the following cards after this don't look too good. So there could be some interesting stuff coming up in regards to things moving fast, and some interesting things in regards to communication. Now, in the heart of your reading, you got the Eight of Swords. All right, y'all. So, Eight of Swords. This is talking about you guys feeling trapped in your thoughts, right? There's a lot of things that probably need to be said, right? With the Eight of Wands here, I feel like there's something kind of being held back from y'all, but it's more so like they're like keeping you from like really expressing yourself because you're not really sure. I mean, I don't know if you're not really sure, because the Eight of Swords talks about being stuck in your thoughts. So. This is maybe there's just a lot of stuff going on. Like, there's a lot of quick thinking, and you guys are really kind of going through everything, and it's not exactly something that's really helping you in per se. You're not really able to move very freely like you would, or at least think very clearly, because right here the Eight of Swords is telling you you're trapped in your thoughts, y'all. And it's because of this, the Lovers here. So this could be something in regards to a relationship, or someone that you seem or deem as your soulmate, someone that you deem as someone that you are meant to be with. But I think overall, this is a really like clusterfuck of decision making. Like, you just don't know what to do, what to decide. Because remember, y'all, lovers are choices. So I feel like you guys are really having a tough time kind of deciphering which thoughts to really entertain, and really which one is going to pretty much not figure out, but lead you to the proper choice for yourselves, right? So this is really tough for y'all. You guys are having to deal with some hard decision making, and you're not really sure about which direction to go, because possibly you're not really, because considering that the guy's stuck there next to swords, he knows there's sharp things around him. He's willing to move. He's not gonna move and just get cut up. Like, that's something scary. So I feel like there is a bit of fear in picking the wrong choice. So we're going to go ahead and keep going on here. The one thing I do want to say here too is the Lovers is, yes, maybe about choices, the decision between your head and your heart. And I feel like your head is pretty much being dominant over your feelings right now. It's like there isn't really much emotional flow, because there's a lot more head work here than there is emotional work, if you know what I'm saying. So I feel like whatever this decision is, your head is really taking the game right now. Okay, now in the past you have the Six of Pentacles. So this is talking about getting a balance, giving that give and take. I feel like everything was pretty good here. I feel like everything was kind of balanced. You made things balance as much as you possibly could, considering that your monthly reading. Whew, y'all, we're going through it, okay? But I think you kind of found some like middle ground here, some equal give and take and receiving in the relationship. Because your monthly reading, it has something to do with somebody that was very focused on finances. Y'all were just kind of tired of having to get your, your needs kind of rejected, if that made sense. And it wasn't really on purpose. I feel like that the person that you were with, they were really focused on money to be that provider for you, but they didn't realize that the money wasn't, it's not a relationship. The relationship is built of two people with two emotions. So y'all were just struggling with that. But I feel like you guys probably found some, some middle ground here by this time, or at least working on it. You guys were really working on getting a balance here. And I feel like that, with that, it kind of led to some sort of new beginning, right? With a new way of communicating, right? Which makes sense because, again, you have the Eight of Wands in your underlying energy. So, yeah, this is a new way of communicating, and you are seeing victory through the truth right now. You guys are kind of, you know your truth right now. You're speaking it. You're trying to get victory. Because, considering that you kind of have to put the work in to make sure that things are balanced. By the time you got some victory, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all be getting some victories going. Y'all are just really, speaking your word. You're knowing your truth, and you're speaking it right now. And if you don't know your truth, this is a process of you doing so. This is a new beginning. So, if you don't know your truth now, you better figure it out. Considering that, you got the Eight of Swords crossing the Lovers. If you don't know your truth now, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know it by this time, okay? Because this is a new beginning. This is about getting your victory through the truth, okay? No more of this, too much giving or too much, that's just not happening for y'all because you guys are not seeing it. I feel you. I feel you in this one. You guys are frustrated. All right. In the future, y'all see your foreseeable future is the Ten of Swords. So. The good thing here is that the worst will be over by then. The crap will kind of be, hit the dust. I feel like there is definitely a need for recognizing the struggles at this point because, considering that this is a difficult decision that you're having to make, or just a really daunting decision that you're having to make. I feel like the Eight of Swords is also inflaming with other thoughts and other, feelings here. Because the Eight of Swords, there's a clear path ahead of him for him to walk out of those swords, but he don't see it. So I feel like what you guys are dealing with right now is thoughts that are kind of overwhelming you, and they're just not showing you the clear path, and you're not seeing the clear path that lies ahead, which is a simpler version of the choice or something like that. But it's in regards to your relationship. I feel like when it gets to this point here, if it ever gets to this point, and this is how you all see it, okay, this is what I'm picking up. I feel like this is something to definitely remember as far as what you guys have been through, what you've worked through, what your relationship has gone through. I feel like by the time this hits, your decision will be possibly made, and then the worst will be over then. You guys are going to be ending this cycle of communication, or things moving too fast, if that makes sense. Things are moving rather fast right now, or there's just no communication at all. And I feel like there's some balance, or trying to get something like that going up, some good communication. But right now, there's just some blatant communication going up. There's a need for some truth. Now, the crowning energy here is the Emperor. So I'm thinking, this is about you guys having to take charge now, really having to put your foot down and say what's enough. Really making things work for you, okay? Because this is what's important, right? You guys are important. If you're not happy in your relationship or whatever, what are you going to do about it? Because this is your time now to really take charge of your life. This doesn't mean to get stubborn now, because in regards to this relationship here, this Six of Pentacles in the past talks about compromise and talks about, like I said, balance. When I feel like with the Ace of Swords, this is talking about taking control. Yes, this is taking control through the truth and, regaining or gaining victory within your relationship by figuring out whatever decision that you have to make right now in regards to your relationship. But you staying strong and making sure that you make your decisions, you carry your own weight, that will definitely make a clear, deciding factor for your relationship. Okay. So I feel like this is definitely telling you to go ahead and take charge. This is your life. If you ain't happy with something, then wow. Okay. Ten of Swords. So you guys got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. That's crazy. So I feel like for the Ten of Swords, there could be like the worst was over with somebody that is, because I mean this one was behind this one, so this one technically fell out first. This is possibly the end of somebody trying to be the financier, someone that's really trying to be that provider, which is nothing wrong with being a provider. Just the focus on money should not be so dominant that it kind of overrules your relationship. And I feel like this part will be coming out. Like I feel like whoever you're dealing with, male or female, this person's going to be a little bit more open emotionally, a little bit more open in a spiritual sense as well. I feel that they're going to definitely, be more in love with you by the end of this. Also, I feel like as well, shoot, I had it in my head and I lost it, y'all. Maybe you weren't meant to know, but yeah, for some of you guys, this could be someone that is a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo as well. Or this could be somebody that is a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Okay, so this is something you guys have to look at here. That's someone, your partner here. But I feel like at the end of this, but for your future, someone's going to possibly let go of the financial front. Someone's really like either going to be stickler to the finances, or someone's going to really be the emotional partner for you. Which is also a little interesting too. I want to throw out, considering that look at the similarities within the lovers though. Like, okay, y'all. All right, look. Okay, let me switch sides because then you can really see like what's very similar about the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups and the Lovers card from the Spellcaster Tarot. Are y'all choosing between two people? Are you guys dating and you guys don't know which one is better for you? It's like, because I'm seeing like this person, one of them is really wealthy, maybe. Someone's really, really good at making money. Someone's really organized. Someone that kind of sparks your, the practical side. Because you guys are Virgos. You guys love that practical energy. You know what I'm saying? But you're also a softie. You guys also have that soft inside. This could mean that you guys could be deciding between two people right now. Either this is one person and they're having to either like decide between being someone that's like a businessman, someone that really works and focuses on the practical, or someone that's really trying to get out and be open, or this is deciding between two people. And there's an end in sight, y'all. What is going on? So the Knight of Cups. So perhaps you guys are coming in with a offer of love, or perhaps this person is coming with an offer of love, considering that in the future you have the King of Cups. This person could be offering you love right now. But it's clarifying. So this is someone's truth, right? Or this could be, because the Knight of Cups, they not only offer love and stuff. I feel like this person here, for you guys, this person here is coming in with an offer of love, yes, or something in regards to some emotion, right, or desire. However, I feel like with you guys having the Ace of Swords in the present, you guys are kind of seeing through the BS. This person is not. This person is probably ones that make promises that they do not keep. And considering that if this is a person that you're dealing with in your monthly reading, this could be somebody that is just trying to keep you on board, and they have honest feelings. Like the Knight of Cups, they're not full of shit. Like they do feel the way they do. I feel like for y'all, you guys are dealing with somebody, or you're dealing with thoughts, right, of your own, and it's kind of making your judgment really difficult. Like you're trying to make a decision, but I feel like you're feeling overwhelmed by the decision that you have to make right now. You're really feeling overwhelmed right now, and it's because it's due to the passion. Who are you more passionate for? Who is more fun to be around? Who has a bit more energy, right? I think this is the decision that you're having to make, because you're trying to decide between who's more passionate and who's reliable, right? If you guys are having to decide, for those of you that are single, you could be deciding between two people or just one person, and you're probably either holding out for them or not, or you're just trying to figure out which is the best option for you, someone that's more passionate or someone that's more reliable. I think that's what you're trying to figure out here, because that's kind of splitting the Knight of Wands in half there. In the past here, I feel like you guys were really trying to get in balance. You guys were trying to work things out. Perhaps even so, you guys were giving more than you were receiving. And I think that it's kind of resulting in a new way of thinking and a new way of communicating right now. With the Eight of Wands being in your underlying energy, I think this is really talking about how you guys communicate with each other, and as far as a relationship goes. And if this is a dating thing, this is something in regards to like what you've understood from a past experience of having to give too much, or having to, give not so much, or just trying to build a proper balance between you and your partner in the relationship. And I feel like you were ready to have love. You're focusing on your love life. And whoever it is that's coming into your life right now, offering you love, is willing to start a new beginning with you. But at the same time, with the Ten of Swords being in your future, I feel like what that all could lead to is somebody that that's very good at supporting you, but is also open to you emotionally. Okay, I feel like this person could be really focused on their finances, or someone that was focused on their finances is going to learn how to be more open with you, or you have to decide between the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Now, that's not being precise, because the decision is yours. It's not up to me to tell you who you pick, but whoever you pick, they're lying in the future. So they're not lying, but they are in the future for you. So this is the best thing you can do right now as regards to like the advice given. This is the best time for you guys to really get in charge, be in charge, take control. This is your time now to make a decision about who you want to be with in regards to how they communicate, how they give you the proper balance. Remember, the Six of Pentacles is important, and if you can have a proper balance and really well communication, emotional support, etc., within this with this partner or whoever you decide to choose, then I think you should, I think this is up to you really about what your comfort zone is. You know what I'm saying? Now, in your wisdom of the Oracle, y'all have TikTok. This is talking about a sense of timelessness, okay? So, I mean, to be honest, time does not exist, y'all, okay? Time doesn't exist. It's just a measurement from point A to point B. It's a measurement from saying this happened to this happened and when it did, okay? Because there's no, and without it, we wouldn't have the question when, if that makes sense, okay? Because so basically, time is just a measurement, and sometimes when we're in this, like, whatever the situation is for y'all right now, especially because you guys got the Eight of Swords, you're thinking about everything, okay? Analyzing the shit out of stuff. When you're in like that, you're in that moment. The past and the present and the future could all seem like they're in one simple. Like they're in one moment at this time, right? Because you're having to collect thoughts from the present. You're having to, and you're even seeing the present in your future and your present and all this craziness. It can just seem like the world is timeless and there is no timeline at this time. So the best way to really maneuver yourself through this is to really be in the moment. Remember that you have the control, like the Emperor does. The Emperor has control of his actions and his surroundings, and you have the control of yourself, and you can create the future that you want. So remember that, okay? With TikTok. And with the Romance Angels, you guys have Worth Waiting For. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So this is interesting as well, because I feel like when I said the things were going really fast, this could mean that some information could be happening fast, but there isn't. It's not. Maybe you're wanting it to move fast, or maybe there's a desire for things to move a little bit fast. But I don't know. I feel like, though, things are picking up speed. Big time. Things are really picking up speed. With timelessness here, with TikTok, underlying Eight of Wands here, that's definitely saying things are going really fast.